Ponyemas na. Ano ba yan? What's going on?
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There you go. Where is it? Oh, poof.
Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay and Noel.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show, The FlipSide with Jay and Noel. How are you doing today?
Boy, I have lots. It's going to be a full stomach for your breakfast this morning.
Uh-oh. Can I really quick, if I may, if you take a quick gander over my right shoulder, happy birthday, 18th birthday to my son, to my right shoulder. Well, look at that sign too. Look at you.
I'm being competitive with my right shoulder.
Moving on. Episode 68. You know, you have enough letters for all of that. Look, I have to make shift mine instead of the Noel, under the Noel right there.
That's cool though.
No, but it's number 3 upside
right.
facing.
Actually, I'm thinking of changing my like real social media handles to make that Noel a number 3 to be consistent with what you got on the podcast.
Oh, well, it's up to you, man. But that's
actually
cool.
It's a blessing in disguise. I appreciate that. So that mistake was actually a hidden gem. Wait, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were congratulating your son?
No, I'm saying happy birthday. Sign right there. Happy birthday to Harry. 18th birthday for my son.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 18?
He is now 18 years old.
Like legally an adult?
He is legally an adult. And I told him yesterday, you know what? You should be excited. You're joining the real world. Congratulations. It sucks.
And if he commits any crime, he's going to be liable and not you anymore. You're free.
Yes.
If he like runs into someone because of that car, he creates an accident, he's going to be liable. You don't have to pay for a thing. You're free as a bird, Jason.
That's correct. Well,
that's
for
like,
now, but it'd
like
be nice if
stab off of your chest, like
it'd be nice.
Ng tinik sa dibdib.
It'd be nice if he starts paying for his car insurance, because that thing is killing me, man.
Well, you could just like snap a finger and say car insurance.
Yeah,
yours.
He will. When he starts getting working a regular job and whatnot, then yeah, sure, why not? Not yet. I don't want to make his life hard, you know. But 18 years old, can you believe that? 18, Jesus. Do you remember your 18th birthday?
Whew. Yeah, I think I was already here.
You were back there already? Oh yeah, that's right.
I think I left when I was 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
And what I remember about being 18 was I was still in high school, which was odd for a Filipino because most of my classmates were like 16, 17. High school for kids here, they graduate like 16, 17, and by 18, they're already in college. So I was one of the older students in my high school because I repeated 6th and 7th, because I repeated 6th grade.
Why did you repeat 6th grade?
I didn't repeat it.
Stupid.
I didn't repeat it because there was a 1990 earthquake. The Philippines basically stopped school, and then when we decided to move to the US,
they didn't stop school. I was there on that earthquake. The next day I went to school. I remember that.
But you weren't in Baguio City.
Oh, that's a difference. Yeah, I forgot.
So there was no school for 6 months, which was not the reason why. But when we moved to the States, when we moved to, where did I go? Skyline Elementary School. You guys start school late or
well, school like starts in August or whatnot, September.
Yun, but for us, school starts like in March. When does school start here? July.
Before,
But before now they switched it to like the US.
Right.
Calendar.
So it's the same now. It's the same.
But point was I wasn't delayed. Actually, when I moved to the States, I was advanced because of my 6th grade education. The one that backed me up was 7th grade because here after 6th grade, high school na.
Before. Now,
Yeah,
now they're 7th and 8th grade, right?
Yeah. So we're talking about 1990.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that pala.
So I had
before.
7th and 8th grade, which is actually 2 years. That's middle school. Nag 7th and 8th grade pa ako before I went to 9th grade, which is high school. So when I got back here, the school system didn't change yet. It was still they still didn't have 6th and 7th grade. So when I started school here, my classmates I was already 18. My classmates were 16, 17.
You know what? That's right. That's right. I completely forgot because when I left the Philippines, I was actually high school, first year high school now. But when I moved here, they put me into 8th grade,
which was middle
that's
school.
why. Yeah.
Which
Step
is a
back.
step back.
Which kind of messed me up. That kind of pissed me off too, because at Westboro, they kind of forced me to be, even though I spoke really good English and I understood English 110%, they put me in ESL.
But here's the thing though. When I moved to the States, I felt like all my classmates were like 5th graders.
Yeah.
While I was in 6th grade. So I felt like I was advanced or a little more mature. And then when I moved back to the Philippines, bro, when I took high school, everybody had chemistry, biology, blah, blah, blah. And I had nothing.
Yeah.
And everybody knew all this calculus. And I felt so behind.
Yeah.
So I ended up taking, what do you call that? After school tutorials. Like my number one. And then my number one class for tutorials was, guess what? Filipino.
Wow. That's actually the flip side of that is here when I came here at 8th grade, most of my classmates in like English and even in US history were getting bad grades, and I was the one that was getting good grades.
Right.
You know what I mean? I guess it's because it's different for us that we choose to like concentrate on it more.
Yeah, well, different priorities.
Exactly.
But yun, I felt a lot like I was in a different level either way. And then there was also a time that I went to school in the province. Did you know that? I went to school in Laguna for like a semester before we moved to the States. That was another totally different level.
Why? Well, I never knew that. You never told me that. But why? Just for a semester?
Again, because of the earthquake. So it was already taking 6 months, almost a year. And then we were getting impatient. I felt like my mom felt like I needed to keep going with school so I don't get left too far behind like the rest of the people in Baguio.
Yeah.
So she threw me in province. Actually, what happened was she needed someone to babysit me, and it was my cousins and my uncles that were in Laguna while she worked on our papers to move to the States.
Right.
I want to highlight about going to school in the province. You know how in school usually they ask us to clean the classroom.
Yeah.
Wipe the whiteboard. And,
cut the grass, fucking sweep the floor.
What I wasn't expecting was we were washing dishes. And in Laguna, that's where I learned that you can turn off the faucet and actually use the water from the bowl that you just put the water in. You wipe it there, and then you can actually pour that to the next bowl. And then on the next bowl, you're like basically recycling the water.
Correct.
Versus I felt like an idiot with the water just running.
Yeah.
And then my classmates were like, turn off the water, you're wasting it.
Right.
So you know what I mean? It's like so impractical.
Well, that's the thing though, because here they're not used to that here. Like the same thing when I was doing that here, when I was washing here, when I first started doing dishes here, I would have like a big like bowl or container in the sink where the water would gather, and that's what I would use to like start off and with everything, right? And these people, especially my white friends or cousins, relatives at that time, were like, well, "What are you doing? You're washing dirty dishes into a dirty water."
Right.
Like you're rinsing it off first, you ding dong. You don't need to have all your water on.
You're right. Exactly. So that's how I was like. But one last highlight that I remember from going to school in the province in Laguna. There was a toilet in the there was a toilet in the bathroom. There was a toilet in the classroom,
Mm,
which was
that's
high
weird.
tech in a sense. Like it's weird because I felt like I was in an RV, like you know.
That's like
But
kindergarten here.
it was great because if I raised my hand and I wanted to go to the toilet, I just have to turn around and go in that door behind me.
Right,
But
right.
but the only problem was it stank. Like you could smell it in the
Uh,
you could smell it in the classroom.
yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
But
Now, I want to say again, like happy 18th birthday to my son. And it made me think yesterday, how life was back then when we were 18 to how it is now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I
now
was
now
just go
now in the
ahead.
toilet I can't last 2 minutes without my phone. I don't know how we survive.
Well, it's not even that. It's more like of well, I guess what we have and what's accessible back then, because when I was 18, so when I was 18, well, my son's 18 now, but when he was 17, I gave him a car, okay, to drive around so that he can drive. And it's crazy.
I think
When
when I was
I
18, I got a bus pass.
well, when I was 18, I was already making my own car payments. Well, actually, I take that back.
Oh.
No, because I paid for it in cash. But I already had my own car that I bought
Mm,
myself. You see what I'm saying? I
mm.
bought my car when I was 17, my very first car. I worked my
Were, you,
butt off.
were you forced into it? What got you into that level where you could pay for it already?
Well, because I understood that how else am I gonna get it? I wasn't
Mm.
expecting anybody to get it for me. It's not like I was thinking about, oh, there's nobody gonna get it for me. It's just that
Was
the
that
reality of the fact is,
drilled down your head? Like, oh,
yeah, I was like, oh,
Jason,
okay, I'm gonna need a car soon. I need to start working. And
Jason, 18 ka na. Ikaw na bahala sa buhay mo. What was it like? Did your dad or mom like force it
well,
down your throat
yeah,
that you're gonna have to
my
pay
my
for it yourself?
my dad did because in the Philippines, that's how it is. When you're an adult, you take care of yourself.
Mm.
You know what? I mean, at a young age, at like whatever, at 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, you're cleaning your own bathroom, you're doing your own fucking laundry, you're folding your own laundry.
Now that we've emphasized that, your son, he's
Mm,
18. Where is he now?
So at 17, a car was handed to him. His room is like a
Wait.
so
Who handed him the car?
stop. Okay, stop. I did. Yes, yes, I know it's my fault. Oh, no. Well, I think you know why I act that way though. It's because when I was a kid, I never had that lifestyle, that life. I had to work for my very own Timberlands. You know what I mean? I paid for that straight up.
Mm.
I had to pay for my own clothes.
And then by the time you finished paying for it, they were out of style already.
Right. It was insane. That typically I got it late to begin with. I think I got it like a year or a year and a half after it came out because I had to work and save money and then buy it, you know?
Mm.
Same thing with like clothes and my pagers back then, my beepers or whatever. I had to get everything and pay everything my own. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
even though I know it's not a good idea to like hand everything over as much as possible, I think about it, like how is an 18-year-old nowadays going to be able to afford a car? They're not. But that's just the
Right.
fact of the matter is because kids nowadays are not exactly inclined into the whole survival mode and have to worry about, oh, where am I going to get this? Where am I going to get that?
I'm curious. Did he ever actually express that he wanted a car, or was
Of
it just something
course.
that you assumed that he needed?
No. Every kid does that here. I mean, by the time they're 16, oh, when I start driving, yada, 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 I want to drive this, I want to drive that. You know what I mean?
I just
And
remembered when my dad gave me a pager. I never asked for one.
ah,
And then when I started using it, but of course it was awkward having to call and talk to someone and relay that message kind of thing. But when I started using it, it was one of those things that I didn't realize I needed one until I started using it.
right. I mean, it helps my son go around, get around, and whatnot, and he goes to work, which is great. The one thing that I would really like for him to install to any of my kids is, sa ugaling Pilipino, pag may binigay sa yung ganyan na, of course, inaalagaan natin, keep
Oh
it
no.
clean, take
Here
care
we
of it,
go.
you know.
Here it is.
It's just lacking a little bit show of appreciation, because here it's not his fault, it's their generation's fault, the entire generation. They lack showing appreciation or
Are you saying
understanding of value.
he's acting entitled?
Sometimes, yeah, and he knows that, and he knows that he's working on it, which is great. He understands it. But on the bigger picture, it'd just be nice if to me, my version of like taking care of my stuff is to make sure that I don't keep it dirty. I take care of it, basically. And it's just that that kind of sense is lacking to this generation, the generation now. So, but I'm excited for him to be 18, to start his new ventures. When he graduates high school this year or next year, I'm excited for him to take the opportunity for the next couple of months after high school to travel the world, experience the world.
Nice.
And then move on to the next chapter of his life. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Ari. I want to say one thing that pisses off my dad about being appreciative.
Oh,
sometimes he'd give me money, whether it's 20 pesos or 1,000.
Yeah.
He'd give it to me, and I can feel that he's like so proud that he has something to give me, right?
Right.
Me, negative thinking, I'm kind of feeling like he's giving me the money or whatever it is that he's handing over, whether it's car keys or 20 pesos. I feel like he's buying the relationship. He's buying me into the like after I accept it, he would assume that he owns me. Basta, there's
Right.
some aura that comes across like that. What
It's
really pisses him off is if he gives me money or car keys or 20 pesos or 1,000 pesos, that after he gives it to me, and then he walks away, and then I know that aura or that air of something that's going on, right? After he gives it to me, like I
There we
leave
go.
it in the sala or at the dining table.
Why would you do that?
Not because I don't need it, but because I'm still eating or I'm doing something with my phone or whatever. It's like I just put it on the table.
And then you forget about it.
Not on purpose, but he would be like, "Don't you want to put that in your wallet?" It's like, "No, not right now."
see, that's being entitled right there.
It's like a little bit of a power trip. Like,
Right.
No, don't need it.
It's
I'll pick
not
it up
like a little
later.
bit of power trip. It's more like it's kind of like expected, so to speak.
Not necessarily expected or I don't care.
Right.
But it's just, so I just remember one of those things where like, uy, yung pera, wag mo iiwan dyan. Don't leave the money on the table just like that. Like there's going to be bad luck that will blow it
Right.
away from the table or something. But I just I put it on the table with a glass on top of it so it doesn't blow away. Not that I don't care about the money or the whatever it is that he hands over. But he wants me to like, oh, I cherish this. I'm not going to spend it ever.
Yeah, I think he just wants you to put it away, man.
What I'm subliminally, subconsciously, or manipulatively trying to tell him is, dude, I'd rather you talk to me and ask me how my day was versus handing me over 20 pesos.
Right.
You understand what I mean? It's like I'm interested in the conversation. I'm interested in the relationship.
Well, maybe tell him that.
Not the fact that you gave me money or not the fact that you just gave me a pager, which you never used to ask me how I am.
Right.
Basta. It's just one of those priorities.
I don't remember my 18th birthday too much, to be honest with you. Not because I'm old.
Like
I was drunk
out of your mind in front of a 7-Eleven somewhere.
No, it just turns out we had a cast
let me
party.
guess. You were sleeping in the train.
No. we that's, that's so messed up, bro.
No, you must have missed your stop or something. Wait, you were in theater? You were
we
doing
had a cast party and it's such an asshole. I'm gonna think of a comeback. I can't think of anything right now.
bruh, 68 episodes. Gotta get something from somewhere.
I know. Okay. Yeah. You bet. You know what? It's gonna be 3 in the fucking morning. I'm gonna call you just so when I think of a comeback. I don't care.
Ah, bruh.
I don't have anything right now, and I can't. That was pretty good.
Put it on the podcast. Whatever it is, that's private. Doesn't count. It's got to be on the podcast.
Okay. All right.
You notice I don't call or text you during the week because I'm all like
Boiling it
iniipon ko
in.
lahat. I'm boiling it in. And then once we go live, it just all comes out. That's why I'm like talking over you
tingnan
all
mo.
the time.
Pinapawisan na ako, punyeta ka.
That's why I'm talking over you all the time, and I don't let you speak during the podcast because it's just bleh. It's just I'm barfing it all out.
Okay. Okay. So, it just turns out on my birthday that year, my 18th birthday, it was after the play, and we had a cast party at Dan Sasky's house.
Hey, was that at El Camino?
Yeah. And that night,
Oh, hold on, just 1 second.
what?
I know this is your moment, and
No, it's fine.
I don't want to ruin it. But when I left, did anybody miss me or ask where I was? Did anybody notice that I was gone?
So, nung nangyari nung party na yun,
Nobody, no?
honestly,
Nah.
I don't remember. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
I know I was like looking at like, oh, where's Noel? Oh yeah. So what's up, guys? Like, literally moved on with life.
Didn't think so.
I mean, there was some of us that were like when we would hang out. I know that there was this one time we hung out doing another project. I think it was me,
No,
Ryan.
it's okay. You don't have to make up a story to make me feel
I'm not.
better.
I'm not.
Let's-
And then we were like, oh shit, we don't have a camera, a good camera. Man, it would have been nice if Noel was here. Because you had the good camera back then. None of us did.
I think
That
I
was
had
the only
I think I
time
had
that
the
we thought
only
about
camera,
it.
and I think I was the only one with a camera in the whole school.
Probably. I mean, and the good one too, for that matter. You
That
know?
wasn't even mine. That I just borrowed from my aunt.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. So you were
Oh.
at the party at Dan
Yeah,
Sasky's house.
No, not much. I mean, like I said, it's not a big story or anything. All I remember from that night is it was my birthday. It was after after a show. We were having a party. I was making out with somebody, and then I passed out, and then that was it. That's all I remember. Literally. And then next morning was like nothing happened. Went home, threw up on the street, yada yada yada. That was my 18th birthday. Did I have anything?
A lot of stuff that's important for guys, I think, happens that way. Like it's so big, 18.
Yeah.
Like, how do we celebrate that? Do we celebrate it or do we?
Well, that's the thing though. Guys don't really celebrate things that much. Even on my 21st birthday, you know what I did? Nothing. Went to the bar for like an hour, hung out with some friends, went home. I was happy with it.
And then
I
for the next 9 years, I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna do on my 30th birthday? And then when the 30th birthday comes, I'm in front of a 7-Eleven drinking my heart out all by myself.
I've never drunk in front. That was probably you keep saying that. Is that something that happened to you? Drinking in
Because we
front of
just-
7-Eleven?
Just came from a 7-Eleven. I'm like looking for something that we can both relate with. And
Yeah.
there's a 7-Eleven out here.
It's I've never really did you do anything on your birthdays though? Do you still try to celebrate your birthday?
I try not to count. No.
Well, I mean,
I
it's
wanna-
not
I want
I'm
to
not saying you
celebrate.
count it.
I want to celebrate in my own private way to be like grateful that I'm alive for another year.
Hmm.
But when it comes to it's like asking me if I'm religious or if I believe in God. It's like, yes, I do, but I don't like flaunt it. Like,
Right. Ladies
what
and
I mean?
gentlemen, he is falling apart.
But it's not like ta-da 18.
Oh, hold on one
or
second. So
ta-da
there's this
21st.
guy. Hold on real quick on TikTok. Tap on your ass. Tap on tap on your ass. That's a good one. So I guess he's saying, who cares about our birthday? And then he's like saying, I bought a store at 33. Dang. Good for you, man. Buti ka pa.
Sana
Tap
all.
on your ass. I like that name though. Tap on your ass. So he bought a store at 33. What kind of store? Is it still open? What did you sell?
Is it Filipino?
I don't know. Are you Filipino? Where are you from? We can go to that store. Huh? Did you sell betchin, tinapa, tuyo? What?
We can go to that store and just window shop because probably
Yeah.
can't afford anything that he might be selling.
We'll walk around and take a look. Anyway,
did you hear about that? I think it happened there in the States where somebody walked in, tried to, okay, give me all your money, and then everybody was just, huh?
Yeah.
Like, give it now. I
No.
give me the money.
Nobody took him seriously.
I don't think he took himself seriously. I don't think
Right.
He didn't have that aura of confidence.
Oh, so tap on your ass. I guess his story, it's called Kevin's Corner. He
And
bought
he
it
bought the
$800,000 cash, son. Damn, dude. I hope it's
800K.
yeah, I hope
Cash, son.
it's successful. What kind of store is it? That's kind of cool. Kevin's Corner, North Carolina. That's cool, man. Congratulations. Good for you. That's awesome.
Good for you. Again, what were we doing?
I forgot. I lost track. I'm so sorry. Oh, you hit
Lost.
your phone, you hit your thing. What were we talking about? 18th birthday?
Yeah, you were in a
Yeah,
bar somewhere and forgot what you were doing, and yeah, how we don't really celebrate those things. Like a big
don't
deal.
celebrate birthdays. Yeah.
Like,
You were saying that you don't really count. I don't
yeah.
either, though. I think most of my parties that happened on my I had for my birthday, I never set them up. It was just friends or before.
Same.
And the last time I really did have a party for my birthday was maybe like a big party, my 30th. That was it. I didn't even plan that.
The way I think about it is like on the birthday itself, I just wait if anybody wants to come up with like a surprise party. And if there's none, there's none. And so if there's no party for the rest of the year, I celebrate.
Nice. Yeah. For my birthday, I don't really, honestly, the only thing I really want to do for my birthday now is eat. I want to eat. I want to go have a good food or sit around at home. I don't like to have like I don't want to have a big party I don't need a big party. What for? If I can go outside and have a grill with a couple beers, I'm happy. That's it. Which is today what I'm going to do, because I'm going to grill some burgers for my son and his friends. I'm going to stand out there grilling. I'm having a few cold beers. That's it.
Tap your ass here says that Amazon was up 10% last week. Meta was up 100%. What does that mean? Like value?
Is that shares or what?
Shares?
Yeah. Hey, tap on your ass. Where are you from, man? You said North Carolina, but what's your nationality? I mean, you don't look white to me in that picture. So, those are stocks that he's talking about.
Bro.
We're Filipino. He's Indian. I'm here in Virginia. He's in the Philippines. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. My 18th birthday, even my birthday in general, I don't want to do anything like celebrate or have a big party. I just want to like hang out, have a good meal with my friends or my family. That's pretty much it.
Is that because we're losers and we can't afford a party, or is it priorities?
Not maybe it's just outlook. I wouldn't even say priorities. I think it's outlook on things. If we don't really value, it's not that we don't value or we don't appreciate it. I just don't think we find it as important. I think it's simplicity, you know? Like if I'm going to go shopping for myself, for example, I'd much rather buy stuff for my kids or my wife than myself. That kind of thing, you know?
Well, like I said, I can celebrate throughout the rest of the year in like little tiny increments. It doesn't have to be on the day itself.
Right. Um.
Well,
Anyway,
speaking of celebrating, a couple of things that I wanted to mention.
Yep.
If you want to talk about any of these things, but I just want to like put
Let's
these on
go.
the table before
Let's
I forget,
go.
because I have a feeling we're going to run out of time. And then at the same time, I've been drinking so much buko juice. I might have to like press the exit button again in like 10-15 minutes and beg your ass to just edit this part out, because I might need to go. But
Yep.
because I couldn't wait. Just some things that I wanted to throw out there.
Yeah.
Hip hop, 50 years, celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah. Can you imagine? That was actually in my list.
I wanted to talk to you about how hip hop influenced you and that kind of thing, but I also got Easy Mill. A lot of people jumping on this Easy Mill topic now because, of the signing, and people are like making reaction videos about his songs. And it's nice to see people being supportive of the guy's signing,
Right.
Again, we can go back to that later. And then I don't know if this puts a damper on it, but when I visited my son over the weekend, there was chismis in the neighborhood that there's a biker community there.
Like what kind of biker?
Mountain bike, I think, or basta mga siklista, mga pajak. It's a little bit of mix of all these road bikes, but I think more mountain bikes, because there's like a trail, an area in my son's area where there's like mountain bike trails and stuff. So there's like a little biker community there. And in the carinderia that we're eating at, they were telling me that there was somebody that, how do you say this? Ended up killing himself for some reason or another.
Right.
And what just caught my attention was that he looked so happy and everything on his social media, like, and then said hi to the guard when he went inside the subdivision, like, see you, kuya. Ano sabi niya? Parang last time or something. Okay, last ko na to, but with a smile. Last ko na to. Sa pagkikita muli or something like that. Like, it's something that you say in Tagalog.
Yeah.
If you're not seeing the person for a long time.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy and scary, weird.
Right. Anyway, so it was a sort of a talk of the town when I was there.
So it's premeditated.
Yeah. Like he even went to the store, like the hardware store, and took a selfie of the lubid, of the string of the rope that he bought to hang himself. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What
else?
No, I brought it up in terms of, why did I want to bring it up? Oh, because of the biker community kind of feeling,
Was he part of it?
Yeah. No, the one that like, because the guy at the Carinderia was so excited to show me the video that he took. Like they went to the place and the guy was still there before the police came over.
Yeah.
And he was wearing, here they call it Soko, scene of the crime cooperatives. He was still wearing his biker outfit. And then he was still on the tree.
He showed you of a guy who's hanged himself while still hanging? Like the dead guy hanging? He showed you a picture of that?
Yeah.
Jeez, come on, man. Is that something that you need to even take a picture of?
Right.
I don't get it.
I know, right? So
yeah.
I don't know why I even brought it up, but I think it's one of those sort of taboo topics, but I thought I'd bring it up in terms of like, not everyone that you see smiling is necessarily having a good time.
Correct. Because you never know what people are thinking or what they're going through.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to just be more, I guess I brought it up because I wanted to say like be more maybe
Mindful.
mindful, sensitive, and not just take things at surface level. Like if you're going to make
Correct.
friends, make deep friendships and not just surface level. I'm not I don't
Right, right,
mean to
right.
say that to like to blame anyone or what. It was sort of a slap in the face in a sense, like how's me and my relationships with people? Am I like, your son, for
Yeah.
example, or
Yeah.
my son? Am like, the guy looks happy and fine when I visit him, but is he really? That kind of thing. Like not to think negative, but just to be open, I
Right,
guess.
right.
What I wanted to
I think the
say.
bottom line there is you need to be we all need to be mindful and a bit more compassion towards people because we never know what each person is going through in life. Who's to say, you know?
And maybe it circles back to what we were talking about a while
Yeah.
ago, how yeah, you never know. And you're 18, and when something like this happens, like if someone decides to, end their lives, it's like you have a little bit more of an appreciation for what you have,
Right, right.
right? Like,
Yeah.
dang it, I got a lot of problems, but thank God I didn't think of doing that.
It's hard for me to talk about it, but I definitely want to talk about something like that or something similar to that back then because it sucks hearing about it in the news. And to be quite honest with you, it happens more so than what you think here in the States as well. And I try to
Mm,
avoid it because it's very, very personal and close to me from personal experience. You know what I mean?
yikes.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay. I don't
same
want to
thing like what,
press.
so same thing like what Commander D went through. Like I said,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
That's why it was nice that you had the chance to talk to him.
exactly. That's why I was pressing about it so much. You know, it was nice
Listen.
to get a different perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
just to glaze over my little list here, and we could
Yeah.
just circle back and talk about anything. Another thing that came up to my radar back in August 10 from the Reuters here. Do you guys have Reuters there? There's Reuters here.
No.
Anyway, here in Manila, the Philippine government has suspended all 22 reclamation projects in Manila Bay to assess their environmental and social impacts and compliance with regulations. Environmental security. Oh no, Environment Secretary Maria
Okay.
Yulo Loizada said on Thursday. It was like just a big thing because like a couple of months ago, this whole reclamation in Manila Bay was such a big thing. Like, they're going to make it make Manila Bay swimmable again. They're going to make a reclamation project, and then they got all the sand from, like, I don't know where they got the sand, but they started dumping it there. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, okay, maybe we should stop and think about it if it's going to be okay for the environment or not.
I mean, it's okay. Next. Like,
Right.
we'll,
Exactly. But I just
we'll-
wanted to throw that out there.
yeah, we will definitely get to talk about that. Let's go around to that.
Yeah, that was about it.
All
Is
right.
it
Where do you want to start off? Let's start off somewhere. Your choice.
What about you? Don't you have a list?
No, we already went through everything.
And then after that, I'm going to ask if I could go to the toilet, sir.
Yeah, we already went through everything in my list, literally.
When you
18th
have a,
birthday, our life, and at 18, and looking back and experiences and whatnot. That's what I had. See, I had crossed out 2, and number 3 in my list is hip hop. See right there.
I just remember being embarrassed that I was 18 and still in high school for some reason.
You know, I was 18 when I graduated high school.
Because that's normal for you. But where I was,
yeah, that's true.
The culture that I was at, like, bro, when I moved to college when I was 19, I had 16 and 17-year-old college classmates. That's hard.
Man, yeah, they were like thinking, who's this old stupid guy? Ay,
so
si Mistizo. Bumagsak si Mistizo.
But there's a lot of, it's just weird. But the thing was, speaking of
there we go.
Of culture shock, I felt that I felt that my mind, quote unquote, my mind was more open to like these crazy ideas that the professors were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for like X equals Y for some reason, for whatever it is that they might be sharing in college that you didn't hear in high school, for example.
Mm.
But my 16 and 17-year-old classmates, although they were good in algebra, chemistry, or whatever, but ideas like, oh, there could be a boy-boy relationship, for example. Some of my classmates were like, huh? You know what I mean?
Right,
So they
right, right.
were textbook smart, 16 and 17-year-olds, but like street smart. I felt like you can ask Kuya Noel. So that was just my 18-year-old experience. And then of course it just basically sort of evened out after a couple of years. Like nobody cares anymore who's like once you're in your 20s,
Mm.
it's all fair game for everybody. But when
Right,
you're
right.
16, how old are you? 16? Oh, I'm 17. I'm more mature than you. You know, I'm 18 now. I'm more mature than you. How old are you? 17 and a half. See, I'm more mature than you. It's still such a big deal, right? But when you're in your 20s and 21 and onwards, just like
Yeah.
anybody, like who cares? 21 and 29,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's almost not a big difference. That's just
Yeah.
my 2 cents about that.
We are about to approach our 34-minute mark on our timer. You want to take a break and, like you said, get back on or what?
I was going to ask if I can see if I can hold it on for another 20 minutes. But yeah, if I could, I would.
Yes.
I'll go.
Pause your timer and I'll pause everything else.
Okay.
And well, I'm not gonna pause the live on YouTube since I can't. But you can go. Oh yeah, I can. I know I can't.
So you can. You can just like
No, don't worry about it. Just go. Go.
you're gonna be able to handle yourself all by
I'm
yourself.
gonna cut everything and don't worry about it. I'm going to
All right. You could talk to Christy.
chismis time. Chismis time. So Noel is taking a break. He will be right back. This is what happens when you're alone. You think you can talk to yourself, but you can't. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna try to at least talk to myself. Hi, Soloria, how are you? You're probably the newest person that joined. Everybody else left. Kamusta? What's going on? Noel's taking a break. To be honest, right now, I don't know if he's doing a number one or dropping off the kids at the pool. Who knows? But I'm gonna cut this off from the actual episode anyway, so it's okay.
I am back, Balaku back.
Jesus Christ! That you just had to do a tinkleberry, right? Or a tinkle?
Yeah. It
Okay.
was in a plastic bag and I just left it there.
Ang galing naman. Did you
Nakasupot.
shake? Did you shake?
Nakasupot na. And I just
Did you shake?
like fish out of water.
All right, I'm gonna resume my timer, so you might want to resume yours as well. Resume. Boom. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Noel had to use the bathroom.
More buko juice, please.
So, what do you want to? Well, I had actually two more things that I wanted to mention. One of them was what you brought up as well, the 50 years of hip hop. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about on my list actually was Disney World has price cuts on their ticket prices.
Is that a big deal?
To me, it is, man. We're Disney people. We've been going to Disney World every year for the past 7 years, for the exception of past 8 years, exception of the pandemic. You know,
Gosh, if I was living in the States, I was joking about the RV, but I would probably try to like afford one and then like,
Yeah.
hey guys, let's go. Or if not an RV, like let's go ride the train and cross country or do something like that. It's like Disney. Yeah,
Well,
let's go
see,
cross country going to Disneyland in Florida. If we're
Listen,
coming from California.
It's more expensive to get on a train and ride it cross country than going to Disney World.
Really?
It's more expensive. Yes. A one-way ticket from the East Coast to the West Coast by taking the train for
Mm.
one person could
Mm.
be almost $2,500,
Okay.
$2,500
On the train.
on the train.
If you take a plane,
If you take a plane, it's like maybe $600 round trip, maybe.
oh,
You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Even so, it's still more expensive than going to Disney World. If we go to Disney World as a family with everybody, including hotels,
Mm.
tickets, park tickets, food, or whatever,
Mm-mm.
we're probably
How much
spending
the
about
damage?
$5,000 or $6,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more.
Okay. Well, I
Depending.
mean, never mind about the price. I'm just talking about in terms of like preference of what I would like to be doing if I had
Right.
if
No,
money wasn't an issue.
if money wasn't an issue, we would be doing everything as well. We work with what we could afford at this point, you know. And unfortunately, what's better? Taking a 2-hour drive to or a 4-hour drive to a place where you can see landmarks like I don't know, Luray Caverns.
Mm.
It's no questions asked to me, you know. You know what I mean? Although it'd be nice if we're able to do a whole cross country thing. The only thing with that one is if money wasn't an issue, we'd be doing that, obviously.
No wonder
Obviously.
travel vloggers are such a big thing on YouTube because everybody can just travel vicariously through
Exactly.
their mobile phones.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, and plus, if you notice, all of those travelers or whatever in the vlogs or YouTube, whatever, most of them are single or a couple. That's it. They don't exactly have kids that they're dragging around.
Right.
You know.
Okay. So what's the thing with are you advertising now? You get a cut from this
I wish I
advertisement that
get
we're
a
talking
cut,
about?
man. No, okay. First off, let me clarify this. Okay. I'm gonna clarify this real quick. Yes, we love Disney World because we go there all the time. Yes. And Universal Studios because we're fans of it. To us, it's fun. When we go there, you know, most people go there and do the whole rides thing, right? They're so excited to ride this and ride that. We've done that already. The first 2 years that we've been there, we've did all the rides. If there's a new ride that pops up every year or whenever they do, of course we'll try it.
So what is it all about then now?
So to us, it's the experience. You know, we literally go there, take our time walking around the entire park, looking at every store, looking at every possible thing and enjoying the scenery because it's the experience. Most people that go there are so pressed with time that they try to get on all the rides, right? Or the shows that they forget the little side street shows that pop up here and there, the character meet and greet. You know what I mean?
Listen
So you
to
got to experience all
Jason,
that. You
the
got to
amusement park expert.
no, like last year, we went to Universal Studios. I've been there years and years and years, right? In Orlando. But last year was the first time I actually saw the Bourne Ultimatum show. You know what I mean? Because they have like a big show where it's Bourne Ultimatum and whatnot. And it was awesome. It was great. It's like action pack. You know, it's like you stand in line for 20 minutes and then the show is like maybe 10, 15 minutes long. And it's great. It was awesome. It's a good experience. It's like a mini version of whatnot. And you see the special effects that happens right in front of you. And it's great, you know. And they have you get to watch the parades, you know, which is always different. So we now we take the time to do all of that. Have we seen every single one of them? Probably. No. You know, because there's a lot.
For the Mr. O that you described yourself to be there in Virginia, I was like, Mr. O, Mr. O. Like
No,
everybody needs to salute Mr. O because he's riding the big gladiator Jeep.
Whatever.
But his secret is he likes to go to Disneyland.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't mind wearing the Mickey ears.
Oh, there you go. And then you're walking around with like your big like 2-liter jug.
Yeah, exactly. Water.
We get a big ass straw coming around your neck like that. Like, all right.
Well, no,
where are we
I'm
going
not that
today,
crazy.
family?
Yeah, but I enjoyed like the first couple of years when Malaya was younger. and Harry were younger. It was great watching their expressions and their surprise on their faces, watching
Who
and doing all of this, right?
who in the family has the same appreciation for these theme parks as much as you do?
Malaya, my daughter Malaya, oldest daughter. She loves Disney. You know,
Okay.
my wife loves going there. My son's like, whatever. He'll go.
A family
But
thing. What can I do? I'm not 18 yet, so I'm coming with you guys.
well, the best part was last Christmas we actually spent Christmas in Disney World. Like we spent this Christmas Day in Disney World. We spent Christmas there, and it was great. They had the Christmas parade. It was actually cold in Florida for some odd reason. And the most enjoyable part for me watching, doing whatever it is that we did there. See, Malaya is a huge Disney World fan, right? So she enjoys it no matter what. But it was great watching her react and be surprised, even though she's seen it before, right? But the best part about it is I see the exact same reaction from my 3-year-old. She was 2 back then at Christmas, but her expression in her face, so she was already like so amazed and surprised, and she enjoyed it so much. And watching, I have this one picture where Arya was down here, but Malaya is standing on top of her, and they're watching the parade, and you can tell in their face and their expression that they were so happy and excited about it, And to me, that was the most amazing part. I loved it, I was just sitting there. I wasn't even watching the parade. I was just watching them.
Nice.
And I loved it.
That's what's important about that's the nice thing about having a family, that the traditions or the things that you guys all enjoy doing.
Yeah. We don't have a lot that we all enjoy doing together, to be honest with you. Because the 2 older kids are so into their own worlds now, right? So if there is the little things that we do enjoy, like for example, going to amusement parks or whatnot, it's great to me. I love it. Even though one thing I hate is so a couple weeks ago we went to King's Dominion just for the day. It's an amusement park, and it was great. I had fun, but I hate the idea that my kids, or my daughter specifically, would much rather go there with her friends. She was like, first thing when we told her we were gonna go, she was like, "Oh, can I invite my friend to go?" And I'm like, "No, I think this is better if she's just us for now."
And when she says, "Can I invite my friend to go?" that means you're paying for her friend's ticket, right?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not whatever that happens,
Okay.
But it's just annoying. Like, I don't mind bringing a friend or whatever. Like, there's multiple occasions where we've gone out of town to a beach, for example, and maybe their friends will go. That's great. That's fine. They let them run around. But anyway, but Disney actually, for their tickets range from $149 per person to $189 per person
per day. That's
per
just
day.
a day.
Per day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's per person per day. And
right. So you better be there like at 7 o'clock in the morning until.
Oh, we're gonna go through
midnight.
that. We're gonna get to that. So since the last time we went there was last Christmas in December 2022, we actually spent Christmas in Disney World, right? Up to that point, we've only been paying for 4 tickets because Arya was only 2. But now that she's 3, we're gonna have to pay for 5 tickets now if we go. It kind of sucks,
It's not a height thing; it's an age thing.
It's an age thing. 2 below is free for Disney World or Universal Studio. 3 above, you got to start paying for. How that even works out, I don't know.
They should have like a 40 above and half price.
Well, they do for seniors. I think it's 65 and above for seniors.
Jeez. Seniors here in the Philippines is 60.
Oh, 65 here, 65. So, but now we're gonna have to pay for 5. But now, but the tickets, I think starting June until December, maybe. I'm not. I might be wrong on the time frame here. It's only $99 per person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's huge difference. as opposed to paying $1,000 for 5 of us who pay half price. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So I haven't talked. I just found out about it yesterday. So I'm like thinking to my head, when could we go? You know, I'm like,
See,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
thing. You didn't have any plans until they gave that $20
Exactly.
cut. Now
Exactly.
you're making plans to go. They
Well, I
got
mean,
you.
it'd be nice. They got exactly. They got us because it's. I'm telling you, going. Okay, so we did pay for 4. Okay, if we go for one day, I did the math the other day, just because for 4 tickets
Mm,
plus food and parking for the entire day alone. Okay,
mm.
you're roughly spending about $1,100 to $1,200.
Before you get there, how long does it even take to get there?
Well, to drive, it's about 15 hours. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So we'll drive all the way to north to Atlanta to Georgia.
I'm out. I'll just watch your house when you're gone. Taong bahay na lang ako.
Well, we used to drive the entire 15, 16 hours, right? But now we can't do
Wow.
that anymore. Kasi
Jeez. So you're
kasi if
flying?
no, we're gonna drive. But now we stop maybe in Atlanta, which is another 4 hours from
Another
Orlando,
overnight?
and then we'll overnight, and then the next day just drive. You know what I mean? It's just
Wow.
better that way. Because if we fly, it's pretty expensive. I mean,
It's a
so
logistical nightmare.
we've been going for 8 years. Out of the 8, we drove 6 years. We've only flown down twice. Flown down to Orlando, and that's because at that time we were able to save a little bit more. So there's extra money. So we figured why not make it easier? Because you have to think, if you fly, you're not only paying for a flight, you have to pay for your rental car as well. Yeah.
Oof, I'm already tired just thinking about getting there.
Dude, it's crazy. It's a whole debacle. But when we started doing the overnight and then driving the following morning, because we'll drive 10 hours. Like, for example, we'll go to Disney World. We'll leave today. I'll drive 9-10 hours right now. And like around 8 o'clock at night, I'm gonna get to the mid destination in Atlanta. Overnight sleep to get rest, and then leave 6 a.m. the next morning, tomorrow morning, and then we'll be in Orlando by noon tomorrow.
It's an expedition. Like,
Yeah.
fight.
But
Fight. We got to get those cheap tickets. Let's go. 15
So-
hours. Do it.
when we go to these parks like Orlando, Universal Studios, or Disney World, if they open at 6, or no, if they open at 8 a.m., we are already parked and standing in line by 7:30 or 7 o'clock a.m. But an hour before, typically, because there's so many people.
That's how
Yeah.
people, that's the culture of going to a theme park. You got to get there early.
Correct. Yes, but we've been, like I said, we've been more laxed and relaxed the last couple of times we've gone, because we've literally done everything already. So when
Let
we
me
go,
guess.
it's just enjoying everything.
Most of the people that go there at that early are probably all Pinoys. Say,
Yeah, you'd be surprised, dude. No,
lahat.
no, it's literally all these people that want to. Most people that get there early have like an agenda that they want to do this particular ride first. You know what I mean? And it's typically the like when the whole Star Wars thing came out, the Star Wars ride, we were there early too, but we took the liberty of buying the express passes where you actually could make a reservation to get on the ride. It's like an extra $100 or whatever. But it's worth it. You know, it's better to spend that extra $100 for the entire day, or stand in line for 2 hours for every single thing that you do. You know what I mean?
This is Disney
Disney,
in Orlando.
Well, any of them really. We buy the because it's worth it. It's just worth it. But that's not my jurisdiction in regards to like making all those reservations and stuff for any shows or rides that we might want to do. That's my daughter's and my wife's job. They do that because they're the one. I just follow them most of the time.
That's why I'm imagining you guys like hopping in there like a whole army. Like it's like the invasion of Normandy. Like, okay, let's go.
Pretty much,
You know,
but
battle
it's
stations
it's
ready.
fun. We've been fortunate enough to be able to experience that kind of stuff. We like it. Hopefully that if we're able to save money, yeah, we'll do the whole cross country thing.
Quick commercial break here. You're telling me about inviting a friend to come over, but you didn't want because you wanted it to be just a family thing.
Yeah.
The other day we went to a client meeting.
Yeah.
And then we were at the conference room. The meeting was just like 20 minutes and I was gone and I was telling Christine we could have just done that meeting in Zoom.
Right.
But it was nice that we met up face to face. And then he said, okay, the guy that we met up with, the client says, okay, we're done. I gotta go. You guys hang out here if you need to, but I gotta go to, he needed to go to another meeting. So we hung out. And then this is a company that I've worked with before. So there's some people that I know, some lower ranking subordinates or what. And then one of them was like a waiter that walked in like from one of the older restaurants that they used to have before the pandemic, and then it shut down, etc., etc. So the guy that walked in, oh, ito kakain na kami, kain na kayo. So they invited us
What?
to eat, right?
Right.
So we were like, okay, let's just take our time and then do whatever it is that I was going to download on the laptop, etc., etc., while they were fixing the food.
Right.
Nung nakahain na, when all the food were there,
Right.
the people that were going to be eating in that lunch, where we could see was a glass door and we could see them outside. Like, how come they're not coming in?
Yeah.
And in 30 seconds, thinking like the food's going to get cold, they're not coming in, and we're in here. I finally realized, Tin, we're not invited in this lunch. It's just their lunch. And if they did invite us, the boss would have said, don't go anywhere. We're going to have lunch here. He didn't say that. So, but of course, nobody could say we're going to have a lunch meeting here and you guys need to go. They couldn't say that either.
Right.
So I said, Tin, pack up your stuff. We're going. We're not invited to this lunch. True enough, when I came out, and this is all good, right? It was just us assuming that we were invited to the lunch.
Right.
Or the guys that were setting the table were, I guess, doing the Filipino thing by inviting us to lunch.
Yeah.
But what did he know? He's not the boss, right? Anyway, when we walked out, okay, sir, we're leaving now. Okay, sige, okay, bye-bye. Have a good one. He didn't say, no. You stay here. We're going to have lunch together. He didn't do that. So I was like, it's a good thing that we left, because that was just so awkward.
Right.
That the food would be getting cold and we're still there and we're waiting for them to come in and they're waiting for us to leave. So, buti na lang kumain na kami at buti na lang naisip ko na we weren't invited to the lunch. So we ended up
nakakahiya naman yung gano'n, di ba?
Yeah, but because they were being nice. But come to think of it, the boss himself didn't say, because usually they would hostage you and say, you're not going anywhere. We're going to have lunch together here, right? I'm so used to that. But I didn't notice anyone say that this time. So when we said we're going, okay, take care.
Bye. Sige. Thank you. Tiwai na lang.
So I think it's a Filipino thing to invite and be nice. But at the same time, as a guest, you got to be sensitive if they're really inviting you or they're just saying it out of courtesy.
Out of courtesy or politeness and whatnot. Yeah.
But the food looked good.
Was it really?
And I wanted to stay and eat. But we weren't invited.
Di sana kinapalan mo na lang yung mukha mo.
It was makapal for like 5 minutes until I realized they're not coming inside. They're waiting for us to leave.
Yeah.
Sila, pangalan yung nasa kabila? Doon na kumain sa kabila, hindi din kumain.
So
sa kayo kumain after? Nagpunta na lang kayo sa Karen's?
Kumain na kami before that, but that was lunch. We just had breakfast and then they were having lunch when we got there, like early lunch, brunch. Pero saan tayo kumain after? Sa karinderya. Yeah, we ended up eating at Karen's. But yeah, so that was just my uninvited kind of guest. Now, I think it would be better if it's just us, kind of, you were saying about, inviting your friend, your daughter's friends. So that was just my little commercial break from that.
It's not like I'm trying to be a dick about it. It's more like, there's moments lang talaga, we don't typically have an issue like
Yeah.
them inviting friends, but there's moments that you know what, it's just us, you know, like
Yeah.
school starts for the kids on the 24th, which is what, 2 weeks from now.
Mm.
Today is the 13th. There's one more weekend before the school starts. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like trying to like maybe plan something for the 19th or that weekend. For to do something with the kids. I
Mm-mm.
don't know if I'm gonna want them to bring a friend because it's
Mm-mm.
the last day last weekend before school. So we'll figure something out. But typically any other time, I don't care. I mean, but sometimes they need to read the room as well, you know.
But bro, that's 15 hours. So what's the technique? I mean, is there any other way around that?
You
It's
fly.
it's
I mean,
well, you said it's
flying
too
will take
expensive
about
to
okay,
fly. So
literally from the
that's
door.
practically 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back home for
Well, no,
one day.
but you could really do one day. We used to drive that entire day. We'll leave before, okay, before we'll leave at maybe 2 a.m. here.
Mm.
So we'll be so from 2 a.m. to like maybe we'll be at the hotel in Orlando by like 6 o'clock with all the stops, you know. Plus there's usually traffic during the day. Like it's about a 15-16 hour drive. So if 2 to 2 is 12 plus another 3 or 4 is what, 5 or 6 p.m. Around that time, usually we're at the hotel already. But we stopped doing that. For the first 4 years, we probably went down there twice a year, right? I mean, twice a year. So that's 8 times of driving back and forth. We probably gave up. So we figured out, okay, it's better. Let's stop halfway because it's not about the driving to us. It's how we feel as soon as we get there and how much time we have in the entire vacation duration. So we
Nobody
take
ends
a
up fighting after those 15 hours. You guys
no,
ready to
but
kill yourselves already?
it's not that. But when you get there, you don't want to do anything
Mm.
because you're too tired. You want to just lay down in the hotel and wait until tomorrow, which sucks, you know? So now, since we've been doing the overnight thing, we're actually able to do an additional afternoon activity somewhere else because we'd get there and check in at the hotel by noon or something and then go somewhere else, you know, have fun or whatever. Go to see a museum or maybe the Disney Springs or whatever. And
Again,
then,
if I was your brother or happened to be your neighbor or something like that, and you invited me,
yeah,
your family invited me, I would have been like, taong bahay na lang ako dito.
yeah.
I'll
Well,
stay home and watch your house. Make
it'd be
sure
nice
nobody
if we
goes
could
in.
fly. If we could fly, it'd be nice. I mean, we've flown down it, like I said, twice, right? And it's a huge difference because you could leave if we fly, leave our front door at 6 a.m.
Mm.
By 11 a.m., we're already in the hotel, or maybe we're at the hotel pool swimming
Right.
already.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's more expensive, but you're buying time.
Correct. It's always buying time. That's what that is
So
when it comes to travel.
flying is a time machine.
It's fast forwarding all the time.
Diba?
Pero sulit if you fly,
Yeah.
you know.
You get the it's like me and visiting my son. Like he keeps complaining, like, why do you come here to sleep? Because I'm so tired.
Right.
I was on the
right.
motorcycle for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I haven't slept since like
So-
4 o'clock this morning.
I was
It's on the
actually
road.
thinking about that. What you should do is in the afternoon, you drive close to his house, spend the night, wake up really early to visit him already, and then drive home that day. Believe me, it's going to make a
Yeah.
huge difference. You know,
You mean the day before? Yeah.
the day before you fly, I mean, you drive down or drive up, whatever, stay at the
Mhm.
hotel, and then visit him early the next morning, maybe at 9.
Yeah.
And then
I thought about that, but
and going
you see, if
home, drive home. At
I
least
thought about that.
at least pag uwi mo, sabihin natin, you drive up Saturday, tapos visit ka you drive up Friday night, and then you do your visit Saturday. At least if you drive home Saturday afternoon or evening, even though you're tired on your own bed. Believe me, it makes a difference. On your own bed versus a hotel. or somewhere else. Kasi iba
Yeah.
rin talaga yung feeling ng comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mas gusto ko yung ganun. If I were you, that's what I would do. Besides the fact that you'd save time and money, because
Yeah.
it'd probably be easier to drive up there or drive there at Friday night and then stay overnight at a hotel because it's less traffic.
Yeah.
Same thing, you know.
Either way, whichever way you twist it around, it's still tiring and expensive.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when are you going to be tired and when are you going to be spending.
Correct. Or
There's
where you're
no-
going to be tired and when are you going to be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my whole spiel, the Disney thing. Hopefully we get to go. We're aiming maybe Christmas again this year because we had a blast Christmas over there.
You mean to say these price cuts are for the rest of the year and not just for a certain time frame?
I think so. I'm hoping. I haven't done my
Oh.
complete due diligence on it, but I'm hoping it is. Because
I'm
if
curious,
that's the case, we're gonna buy the
for
tickets.
for airlines there, do you guys have like piso sale or one like a 1 cent,
No, man.
$1
Come on.
sale?
They don't have that anymore. Listen, let me tell
No,
you
but
this.
did you ever used to? Was there anything
Not
like that?
really,
like
but
dirt cheap?
like right now, if you fly right now from from here in Virginia to
Uh,
Orlando, which is about the same time frame flying from San Francisco to LA. Okay.
yeah.
One way you'll probably get it for like $120, $150. Okay.
Was there ever a time in aviation history that you're familiar with that, let's say between 2000 to 2023, that you guys ever had like a piso sale or
Well, not
something really
peso
cheap?
sale, but $30. When I
That was the
used to live,
cheapest that you've ever
yeah,
heard it.
when I used to live in San Francisco, this is when between the ages of 17 to 20, I flew down to Burbank or to LA
Mm.
almost every other weekend. You
So you
know,
never heard of the piso sale here in the Philippines?
no, never had that. The cheapest that I've seen a ticket was 30, I think 20, actually $30, $29.99 sale. And that was through Southwest. And this was back then. So I flew down to like LA all the time and whatnot, you know, and I end up paying after taxes like $40 or 30 something bucks or whatever.
Ikaw ha, if you're going to talk, you wait until one of us finishes talking and then you use the microphone. Okay?
Oo nga
Otherwise,
eh.
I'm thinking there's an emergency here happening or what. But anong sinasabi mo? Lumapit ka dito ka sa microphone. Tsaka mo taas yung paa mo dyan.
6 months before you fly. I don't.
There's a piso sale. I think it's a genius idea. And so much so that my mom, who are like graduates of Philippine Airlines, they have like free tickets. But when you have the free ticket or what, you still have to pay taxes or something. But there's still something that you need to pay for. But in other airlines, that's Philippine Airlines, right? But in the more budget-friendly airlines like Cebu Pacific, Air Asia, etc., etc. I'm not familiar with the other ones, but Cebu Pacific, I think I've tried that one. They'll sell a ticket for 1 peso. But the catch
What's the catch?
The travel time is 3 months, 6 months from now. It's a gamble. You're both taking a gamble, right? You're
3
gambling.
months, 6 months from now? I don't understand.
There's a 3-month window.
Right.
Or no,
So-
sometimes it's just 1 week. Let's say it's just 1 week. Let's say November 1 to November 7. But you buy the tickets today.
But you can only fly between that time frame.
Yeah.
How is that a gamble? You make your plans accordingly. That's it.
Right. But it's like probably maybe only 56. I don't know what the percent is, but sometimes people get sick. Sometimes something happens and they don't show up. So they're taking a gamble. The airlines are taking a gamble for your benefit. Oh, and then the thing is, okay, so it's only a 1 week open window for you to decide when you're going to fly. So you commit to that like 3 to 6 months from now in that window. But you can only take 1 baggage, like a carry-on. There's no check-in. If you check in a bag, that's going to cost you, let's say, for example, like $200.
That's crazy. Well, it depends on where you're going.
as just another example, this is
Yeah.
both international and local flights, okay? Domestic and international flights.
But there's no hotel.
But there's no hotel yet. Of course,
Well,
it's
I
just a
mean, but if you're paying
plane
1
ticket.
peso for a flight, you shouldn't be
Right.
complaining about the hotel, you know?
Crazy, right? So
Yeah.
they got social media, and in like 2 minutes, all the tickets are gone.
But that's normal.
And then, but I think that's what's interesting from, let's say, my
yeah.
mom's point of view. What she was explaining before was that they're going to take a gamble. That airlines are taking a gamble because not 100% of those passengers are going to
Show up. Correct.
be able to show up. And then for the people that need to fly and decide to fly on the day itself, they got open seats for them.
Correct.
And then that's
they
where it's
can
going to
jack up the
cost.
price on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, there's those deals probably are like non-refundable.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how they make. But you know what? It's a great deal, to be honest with you. If that something happened here, I'd book that. I don't care if it's 8 months or a year in advance. You know, I got 10 months to, like, if it's a year from now, for example, and a deal for $1 flight, I got 10 months to plan.
Hopefully the airlines are making money off of it, because it's a genius. If it's a win-win situation,
Right.
It's a genius idea, because it's nice to see people being encouraged to fly.
Right.
And I'll end this story with that makes traveling by boat here in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
as in Roro, like you put your car in there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It makes that more expensive. It's cheaper to fly.
Well,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's a promotional thing. I'm sure it's not like an all happen all the time. It's just to get people aware about, oh yeah, we're here,
Yeah.
we're still here, we're still alive, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we're safe.
It's a sporadic thing. You never know when
Right.
it's going to happen. It's going to be like, oh, may piso sale ang ganito, may piso sale ang ganyan. So it's nice. It's like it was a genius. I think it's a genius way of, keeping passengers on their toes.
Right.
And because of that, people want to travel.
Right. Sorry. Listen, but I know you had this other things in your list, but and we're running out of time. But
No,
if we
I'm
could,
happy with that.
One last thing I want to ask. You actually this completely went over my head. You know what? We might need to just discuss this in the next episode, because it's probably going to take a while. I wanted to dive in the entire experience of the earthquake. I completely went over my head in regards to, you were actually there.
I remember we had an episode we were recording on July 16th, last month.
Last month? Yeah.
Yeah. We were recording on the day of the earthquake, and it just flew over by my head. I totally forgot about it too. But no, we discussed it. I said I was in front of the city hall. I could see the house moving like that. And
oh yeah,
aunt was saying, stay outside of the house.
Yeah, I remember now. I'm just stupid and old.
It was a schooling that we didn't really get to talk about.
Nangyari din siya nung pumunta tayo ng Baguio, right?
Yeah, our recent trip there was a 6.7 something earthquake also that was really strong. That was Tin's Welcome to Baguio event.
Oh, nice. Sabi niya,
so
he's coming back with a new victim.
Yeah. So
and take notes. Noel, ang sarap ng tulog.
It's like, stop kicking the bed. Like 1990, it was like a 7.something
7.1.
7.1. And then her experience was a 6.7.
So that's still pretty strong.
Pretty strong.
Yeah.
And it was amazing that the house still is still standing after two earthquakes, 1.7 and 1.6.7, and that was her welcome to Baguio earthquake.
It's interesting, but it's scary going through something like that. But after going through something big, you're kind of used to it.
Those are two big earthquakes in Baguio, practically 30 years apart, and I was in both of them. Come to think of it,
maybe you shouldn't go there anymore.
Yeah, it was so surreal because the day after or on the day itself, like people were like, but it was good because there weren't a lot of deaths or no infrastructure was really torn down. I guess 6.7 is close, but not as hard as the 7. People from Baguio were talking about it. The one that was 7 on the Richter scale, but it would go up and down, left and right, or it would go like up and down in circles. This last one that was on the 6.7 with thin, it was just parang left and right lang, no? Or up and down lang. But it wasn't as wild as the one in 1990.
Left and right. Nararamdaman mo na yung second floor kung babagsak mo.
And so nagle left and right lang siya. Yeah, so that was the thing. So that's the thing with the earthquake, you know, you could feel
so
the direction
moral of
of
the
where it's
lesson,
going.
moral of the story here is don't go to Baguio. You know,
or no, even better story for me is make sure that you sleep with pajamas on, because in case you need to run outside, you're wearing clothes.
Yeah, don't want to be
Don't
better,
go,
you know.
Don't be on your birthday suit like Harry turning 18 today and be all butt naked, and there just might be an earthquake on the day.
Okay, don't say that. It's today. We don't want to have that today. Okay. Anyway, again, happy birthday to my son Harry. You're now an adult. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. Enjoy your day.
Pay for his own Disney tickets next time.
Come on, man. As a parent, are you really gonna ask your kid that? No.
Just for fun, because
but you could pay for gas. Pay for gas.
Or he drives for 15 hours. I guess you guys all switch. Your wife?
Whatever. No comment. No, we do. Me and my wife do.
Begrudgingly.
No, because to her, yes, because when we switch, I'm sleeping. You know, if she's driving, I'm out. I'm like drooling already, you know. But when she's driving, I'm driving. No, she doesn't really sleep that much plus when she drives like an old lady, but in a fast way. Like her steering wheel's really close to her. And then, you know. No, I'm just kidding, baby.
I thought she drives like a teenager.
No.
Well, I'm telling Christine around the motorcycle, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. And she's like, "You want me to drive?" No, I'm okay.
No, my wife's a good driver. I was just joking.
And live in TikTok?
Yeah, my phone died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my phone died, so it's okay. But my son, on the other hand, he thinks he's driving like Fast and the Furious all the time. He's like, so one time he drove following us to a restaurant, right? And he's like zooming left and right, and he's passing us, right? I was like, well, you're driving too slow. My car weighs twice the amount as your car. Of course, it's going to be slow.
How does he feel about his car theft attempt with the ignition?
I mean, he was pissed. He was pissed, obviously. He was really pissed about it because he didn't have a car for 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks.
Is it back turning now?
We actually just got it back Friday. I got it back Friday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So, but tomorrow it needs to be dropped off at the shop again because there's something that needs to be fixed. But it's okay. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this Shakoonery. Episode 68 down the drain. What's up?
Get him a dash cam for his birthday.
He has one. Of course, come on, man. Gotta have
another
one in the car.
Facing inward.
Oh, hi. He's like,
or at the back or something. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyway, again,
something manly and practical.
For his birthday? Oh no, for his birthday. I should mention this. We're getting him his first tattoo. For his birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a tattoo?
You're kidding me, right?
I don't remember.
I have some here.
Oh.
And then I have some in my shoulder.
I don't think we ever talked about that. We'll talk about it another time.
We'll talk about it another time. But yeah.
He wanted a tattoo, and then you were like, "Oh, let's go get one," like that.
Yeah, because it's not that big of a deal as long as it's tastefully done. And
no, but it was his idea, not yours.
Yes, it's his idea. It's his idea.
I was like,
no. I'm not like saying like, "You want a tattoo?
tattoo?
Let's get tattoo. Kiss me in your whatever."
Oh, fresh or doctor. Oh,
no,
it's like an O. It's like
no.
Everybody in the family is branded with a letter O.
I have no qualms about kids, young adults getting a tattoo as long as it's tastefully done and it has to mean something to you. Don't get like some Pikachu crap and put it on your back or something. You know,
tastefully is such a subjective word, though.
Well, yes, because you could get something that could. I mean, yeah. You know what? Yes, I agree. I'm fine with that.
Arya
When you're an
says,
adult and you
I
understand
want
that this is with you for the rest of your life, it's fine.
Little Mermaid on my back.
That's stupid. That I'm not gonna agree to that. But no, we're gonna get him a small tattoo. He has picked something which is going to be actually a Filipino um sun with whatever. It's a design, and
Mm.
it's going to be on his forearm right here. Um, and unfortunately, we won't be able to get it today. It's actually scheduled already for next Sunday at 4 p.m. So it should be interesting. See what it is. It looks good. But anyway, happy birthday to him. That is his 18th birthday. We've been asking him what he wants to do, where he wants to go eat. He says he just wants to stay home, have some friends over, and cook some burgers and all that stuff, which is great.
And happy birthday, hip hop.
There you go. Anyway, there goes the show. Another one down the till again. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay Noel. My name is Jay.
Hey, name's Noel.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
On the flip side.
Bye-bye.
You can catch the full episodes on youtube.com at The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Full episodes uploaded every Wednesdays and Saturdays.